All right, guys, welcome back to the BlockHash podcast. Happy to have you guys all here today once again. Today for episode 251, we have the founder of Backed, Lee Betts. Lee, how you doing today? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great. Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. A lot I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk about Backed in quite a bit more detail. It's really cool what you guys are doing. I haven't seen this angle yet, so I love it. Before we do, Lee, tell me a bit more about yourself. Let's get into your background a little bit. What did you do before you got to Backed? What was where are you based? Where are you from? How did you find yourself winding up in this wonderful space?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm in a very small town in the UK called Newquay. So not your typical stereotypical sort of tech,
Mhm.
upbringing. But I went to university. I studied entrepreneurship. I spent 10 or 12 years tinkering with ideas, lots of failed startups, like every good entrepreneur. And then about 5 years ago, I started what was my first really successful business. So that was an email marketing agency, which did 7 figures a year. Over the last couple of years, I've been building some software products. And then around 2017, during the 2017 hype cycle, was when I sort of got into crypto. Been buying in little bits here and there since then, and keeping an eye on the space. But yeah, it was a couple of years ago while I was building one of those software companies. We were building it in Bubble, the no-code software. I'm not sure if you came across it, but they were pretty small at the time, about 2 years ago. And right around that time, I was looking for ways to invest the money that I'd made in the marketing company. And angel investing seemed like the natural choice from there. So I reached out to the founder of Bubble and I said, hey, how do I invest in Bubble? And he said, I'm sorry, we're not raising a round at the moment. And I went searching for ways that I could invest into Bubble. And I couldn't find anything. And I sort of came up with the idea around then. I was like, wouldn't it be amazing if there was a way for me to speculate on the future of Bubble? I'm pretty certain it's going to be huge, but there's no way for me to sort of gain off that. If I think Tesla's going to be huge, I can buy their shares. But if it's not a public company, if it's a private company, it's very difficult to do that. And the world of angel investing and venture capital seems to be very closed off. You need intros to get into the really cool companies. So yeah, I came up with the idea a couple of years ago, mulled on it for a year, and I really couldn't see why there wasn't something out there. So about 6 months ago, I started looking for the right team to put this together. We started building, and after lots of technical and other hurdles, we're finally there.
Nice. Was there like a single moment or point in time or an experience you had with crypto or blockchain or Web3 or anything kind of under this umbrella that made you feel like this is the space you need to be in, this is the direction you need to go?
Yeah, obviously it's very exciting because there's a lot of money in the air for once. That pulls a lot of people in. But as well as that, it was really cool to see what some of the projects are doing. So at the time, I'd seen what BitClout was doing and thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, that didn't turn out too well, but I thought their idea was cool. But yeah, I just when I thought about how do we find a way to speculate on the future of startups like Bubble and sort of tie it in with angel investing, this just seemed the sort of natural path.
Very cool. Very cool. So tell me more about Backed then. What is the goal that you guys are trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, really, we want to give almost anyone the ability to speculate on any private company. So no matter how much money you've got, I think it's different in the UK, but I think in America, if you want to be a private investor, you have to have at least $1 million in net worth, is it, and $200,000 a year in annual income, which doesn't seem right. Locking away investments to people who are already rich. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to provide a way for almost anyone to do that. So on our platform, you can already buy the coins of companies like SpaceX, TikTok, Twitch, MetaMask, Telegram, all the big companies, without needing a minimum investment capital, and without needing sort of an invite into their round or needing to know someone on the inside. So the goal is eventually to be able to invest and speculate on the future of any private company, no matter how big or small. So they don't have to be huge like that. Any company can come along and they can create a profile for free. They're assigned a coin. The coin works the same way as all the other coins. They start at 0. The more people that buy them, they go up in price. So yeah, really, we want to capture the whole of the private market.
So in essence, you're taking these private companies and you're bringing them to the public as if they were public companies.
Yeah, pretty much. Obviously it's very different to buying a stock or a share, but allowing people to speculate on the future of any company, not just public companies.
How do you guys justify doing that? Is there any kind of regulation around that or any hurdle you guys have had to try and jump over to make that possible?
Yeah, look, the first thing we did was obviously look at whether this was possible within the regulatory frameworks that are out there at the moment. So we went and looked at that, and our token is considered a utility token, not security. We don't tie the coins to equity, so they're not considered securities. So really, you're just betting that those companies are going to be the most popular on our platform. You're not tying that to equity and then selling those equities and what have you. So yeah.
How do you so these companies, they get compensated through this as well. So that are they voluntarily participating in this and signing up with Backed and setting up a wallet? Do you guys have like an outreach to them or like existing partnerships, or how does this kind of like synergy come together?
Yeah, so one thing we haven't mentioned yet is every time you buy CompanyCoins, if you want to buy $100 worth of SpaceX coin, you have to pay a 10% gratuity fee to that company. That gets sent to their MetaMask wallet and they get to keep that. That obviously helps them grow, which hopefully helps push up, the value of your investment. In terms of onboarding the companies, we have reserved the profiles of a lot of high-profile companies. They can come and claim their profile at any time and claim that 10% gratuity pot that we're holding for them. And then obviously have access to their users or the people that hold their coin as well. But any other private company, big or small, can come and create a free profile, connect their MetaMask wallet, and they get to keep 10% of all coins purchased.
Okay, got it. So you just set it aside for them until the point in time they decide to come and claim that.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Okay, got it. So what can you buy currently? I know SpaceX is on there. I saw TikTok. I think I saw Discord. What else can people invest in right now?
Yeah, exactly right. So SpaceX is one of the most popular ones, as is TikTok, Twitch, Discord, MetaMask. There's lots of companies you can go on and buy already. We're also onboarding more pretty much every day. And a lot of those are going up in value very quickly over the last couple of weeks since we launched. Yeah.
Are you guys mostly going to be focused on private companies, or do you want to maybe branch out into popular projects? Could be NFT collections, could be startups that aren't, I don't know, maybe defined yet, or I don't know. I think there's a lot of things you guys could do with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So interesting question, actually. So the one thing we want to stay away from is public companies, because you can already go buy their share and speculate on the future of a public company. But in terms of projects, yeah, we're definitely looking at going down that route. So we already have some projects on the platform that aren't necessarily for-profit companies. So yeah, that's definitely something we're looking at and something we're open to.
How do you, okay, so if you want to buy these company coins, what are the steps you have to go through? What do you have to purchase? What do you have to have? What do you need?
Yep. So first thing you do is you create a free account. And you connect your MetaMask. We work with the MetaMask wallet so that you hold all your own coins. We're not holding them for you. You then purchase our token. So if you want to buy, let's say, SpaceX coin, you first have to buy $100 worth of the BKD token, which is our native token, hosted on the Binance Smart Chain. And then you swap that $100 worth of BKD tokens for SpaceX tokens. And then you can sell them back to the system at any time if you want to. And then the BKD gets sent back to your MetaMask. There's only 6 million BKD tokens in existence. Only 5 million are up for sale right now. And then once they're all gone, you'll have to buy them from PancakeSwap or an exchange or something like that.
Got it. Yeah, you sent me a couple of BKD tokens. Appreciate that. So I've been trying to buy some, and I was having a couple difficulties. Do you need Binance Coin as well for that, or?
Yeah, so if you want to buy the
Okay.
BKD token, similar to the way SafeMoon works, what you first have to do is buy the BNB. So you buy $100 worth of BNB, and then you come to our platform and you swap that $100 worth of BNB for the BKD token. And then that sits in your MetaMask wallet. And then you use that to swap for company coins.
Okay. Can you swap it in the MetaMask wallet, or do you have to go to another DeFi platform like PancakeSwap or something?
And to swap your BNB for BKD?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that in our platform. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
Got it.
click on buy BKD, type in $50, and it will swap it in your MetaMask wallet for you.
Does it swap back yet? So like if I invested it into SpaceX and it goes up and, double my money at some point in time, and I want to move it back to Binance coin, can you do that on the backed website, or do you have to do it through a wallet, or is it not listed yet?
So if you want to sell your SpaceX coins, you can sell those and get your BKD back to your MetaMask. But if you want to essentially cash out, you can't do that yet. So at the end of the initial token sale is when we'll make that available. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Where are you guys at in terms of being fully launched? Obviously, it's operating and it's running, but are you guys looking to do a more formal launch date or release this more publicly? Have you already done that? What's your PR and marketing strategy look like?
Yeah, of course. So we did a soft launch a couple of weeks ago, essentially just people we'd already been talking to. We opened it up just so we could test the platform. Everything's now going really well. So we're going to be kicking off some of our big marketing campaigns actually later this week.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, keep me updated on that.
Yeah, of course.
Is this available to US customers as well, or broadly around the globe?
Yes, yes. So it's available to most people around the globe. There are a handful of countries that we're not allowed to operate in. So we're based in the UK, and we have to work under the FCA here in the UK. There are some countries that we can't operate in, but it's available in most major countries. So the US, the UK, Australia, yeah, India, Brazil.
Okay. What was the thought behind using Binance Smart Chain versus using Ethereum or, one of the other million blockchains out there?
Yeah, of course. So, our first thought was let's go to Ethereum, but with gas fees where they were when we started this project, it was really just not going to be possible. So every time you want to swap BKD for a company coin, for instance, you obviously have to pay a gas fee. At the time, that meant that the gas fee was going to be somewhere between sort of $50 and $100 for every transaction. And buying, $50 worth of SpaceX coin and then paying $50 for the gas fee didn't make a lot of sense. So we looked at Binance, and that was a lot more reasonable, just sort of fit our needs really. So that's why we went there.
Are you looking to get BKD listed on an exchange at some point soon as well?
Yeah, so that's the goal. So autumn 2022 is our goal, to be listed on a major exchange.
Cool. If you want to get listed on Bakkt, whether you're a private company or you're just a project, or you want that kind of exposure so people can invest in you, is there a process to do that through you guys where you apply for it, or you just say, hey, if you have time, can you add me, or how does that work?
Yep. So you can go to the website, open the web app, click on sign up, and click on business, and you can actually fill out your own profile. That takes about 10 to 15 minutes. You then need to send us documents to prove that you are the owner of the company, and your incorporation documents, so we can double check that you are who you say you are. Once you've done that, we set you live within 24 hours. So it's a very quick process and very simple.
Okay. Can anyone do that, or do you just focus on big and medium-sized cap companies, or do you have like a filter?
Yeah, anyone can do that. So we're already speaking with lots of different small companies who will be listing over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, anyone can do that. At the moment, it's predominantly your big name, your big brand companies on there. But our goal is to have a nice even mix.
So if I want to put my podcast on Bakkt and I wanted people to be able to buy a CompanyCoin coin for BlockHash, I could do that theoretically.
Absolutely. Let's make it happen. Yeah, you can do that later today.
Perfect.
We can have you live tomorrow, and then people can go ahead and buy the BlockHash company coin. And yeah.
Yeah, I think the more you think about it, this opens up a lot of opportunities for raising funds for a lot of smaller players. Things like podcasts and shows and YouTubers, maybe influencers. Maybe there's some crowdfunding things you can do. Have you guys explored other options, or is that like a little bit way down the line?
It's way down the line. Lots of things on the mind, lots of ideas. There's a lot of ways we can take this. But the goal is, do this for now. And let's say you have a BlockHash company coin.
Mm-hmm.
You have, let's say 1,000 people buy that over the next few months. And then you decide to actually raise equity. But one of the things you could do is give those 1,000 people priority in purchasing equity in your company because they're already your coin holders. There's other things you might want to do. Maybe you might want to give them exclusive access to some events or things like that because they are your biggest fans. They're your coin holders. So there's lots of ideas we've got, but yeah, they're going to be a little way down the line.
Okay, cool. What does your timeline or roadmap look like for the rest of this year, more or less? Or do you have anything important coming out you want people to be aware of? Any cool additions to the Backed platform? What do you want people to keep on their mind as things are continuously rolling out for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. So right now, we're just during the initial token sale, and we're doing an airdrop where we're airdropping $100 worth of tokens to every new user, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So people can go to the website and they can do that. And then the next goal will be to list on PancakeSwap and a major exchange by the end of the autumn 2022. Lots of plans after that, but we'll have to see which way we take it.
Got it. Here's a more higher level 10,000 foot type question.
Sure.
Given, the market currently where it's at, I mean, obviously it just keeps selling off. It's like month after month. It just keeps bleeding out right now. And there's a lot of reasons for it, but is that hurting your guys' ability to launch something like this, an investment type vehicle for people to get into crypto when people are, I think right now, kind of pulling their money out?
Yeah, it's pretty painful for a lot of people. And, there will be some people that may be over leveraged and they're going to get liquidated, and that's going to be very painful. But the way I've been looking at it is I think it could be an advantage. So a lot of people are pulling their money out, sitting in cash. That cash is getting eaten away at least 10% a year by inflation. And they're going to be looking for new places to put that cash. I'm one of those people. Not that I've sold, of course, I've held everything, but lots of people will be selling, holding cash, worrying about inflation, and looking for new places to put that cash in investments that could do pretty well. And I think Backed could be one of the few investments that does really well over the next 12 to 24 months. So it gives us time to really build that up. And then, by the time the next hype cycle comes, the next bull run, hopefully we're in a really good place to sort of take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of tough out there right now, even for someone like me that's highly entrenched into this space like every single day. Even I pulled most of my money out of investments into cash. Like I think I only hold 2 different cryptos right now. One I won't say, and then the other is BKD. Maybe that's a good plug for you. But yeah, I think it's just the mentality. I expect that to shift at some point, but hopefully when people do and they start putting their money back into the market, they start looking at options like this. I think it's very lucrative, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, who doesn't want to invest in some of these major private companies that are out there, at least in some kind of fashion, because they're not, publicly accessible. But this is kind of a way around it. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's very tricky at the moment because if you're sitting on money that's getting eaten by inflation and every asset class is dropping, then you've got to try and find a way to invest in something that could go up, whether that's a small bet or maybe a bigger bet. But yeah.
Do you guys have a community or a place where people kind of chit chat about what you guys are doing at Backed or investments or anything along those lines, like a Discord or Telegram?
Right now we don't. We're gearing up to launch that, but at the moment we're mainly on Twitter. So.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have plans for one? Or you said you're gearing up, so yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But where are you guys on social media?
We'll announce that as soon as it's ready.
Okay. Where are you guys on social media?
So you can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn at the moment.
What about you? Can we find you online?
Yeah, you can find me. You can find my Twitter account. I don't have many followers, but you can find me on there. You can also find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, the BlockHash deep dive research team figured out your handles and everything, so we were able to find you.
Nice.
Yeah. Guys, make sure to go check out Backed, check out BKD, check out Lee Betts, and be sure to like and follow the podcast, like the video below. Lee, thank you for taking the time to come on. This is really interesting. I really enjoy different kinds of vehicles like this. I think it's good for people to have different options of what they can invest in this space. I think what you're doing is very unique. I don't think I've seen this take on it yet. So I have, high hopes for you, and, good luck with, continuing to roll this stuff out. I'm definitely going to be allocating some BKD to something. I just haven't decided what yet. I wanted to just kind of throw it into SpaceX, but I mean, there's some good options in there, to be honest. So I'm kind of mulling it over.
Why don't we get the BlockHash coin listed, and then you can invest it in your own coin?
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. I think that'd be really interesting. There are so many different things you could probably put on there other than just private companies.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything from shows and influencers and podcasts and things that are going on in the space. Really interesting, maybe monetization method there. So yeah, let's chat about it.
Awesome. Cool. Been a pleasure.
Likewise. All right. Talk soon. Take care and stay well, man.
Thanks, man.